The content of this podcast is provided for general informational purposes only and is not intended as, nor should it be considered a substitute for professional medical advice.
Hello, this is Karen Nickel, family nurse practitioner, and you are listening to Itchy and Bitchy, a podcast that provides answers to your many unanswered health questions. This episode topic was generated by one of the women in my perimenopause answer course. I would love to have the opportunity to talk to you about the course to see if it's the right fit for you. There is a link on our website, itchyandbitchy.com, and our Facebook page, I&B Podcast, where you can schedule an appointment for a Zoom call with me. I know I have said this repeatedly, but again, this is a Zoom call with me. It is not a webinar. So when you make an appointment, I will be sitting at my desk waiting for you to join the one-on-one Zoom call. In my last podcast episode, I picked apart the TikTok rice water claims. And as I just mentioned, one of the women in my perimenopause course asked about the TikTok castor oil benefit claims. Honestly, I wasn't even aware of all of the social media castor oil claims out there. I had to ask my course members what they were hearing about castor oil, and then I had to go research it. TikTok claims include using the oil in the eyes for dry eyes, cataracts, and glaucoma, putting oil in the belly button to treat ovarian cysts, uterine fibroids, menstrual cramps, and burn belly fat. It is also claimed that castor oil packs will detox your liver. And the packs are when you soak the castor oil you soak some fabric with castor oil and then place it on your abdomen. I'm going to talk about each of these claims a little later and review what castor oil can really do for us. But first, I want to share a little history about castor oil. Castor oil has been used for thousands of years. It comes from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant that grows in tropical areas of Africa and Asia. They found in a South African cave traces of a wax containing ricinoleic acids, which are found in castor oil. They found it on a thin wooden stick, which is thought to have been used as a poison applicator. And this stick dated back to about 24,000 years ago. 24,000 years. Yeah. So the castor seeds and other parts of the castor plant were utilized in ancient Egypt for pharmacological purposes, including use as a laxative, as a remedy for abscesses and baldness. Around 400 BC, the father of Western medicine, Hippocrates, prescribed castor bean oil for laxative and detoxifying action. The Greek herbalist and physician Pedanius Dioscorides, y'all know him, that name's recognizable for you, who lived from 40 to 90 BC, wrote that castor seeds could be used as an expectorant, a diuretic, which is something that gets rid of fluid retention, an emetic, which is something that makes you vomit, a laxative as an anti-inflammatory. It could be used to cure erysipelas, which is a skin infection, and treat burns and varicose veins. Ancient Eastern Asian cultures used castor seed to treat skin ulcers and chronic wounds. Okay, now that we know that social media influencers didn't discover the benefits of castor oil, I'm going to go over what castor oil does do for us after this break. Here's what we know are the benefits of castor oil. Well, first of all, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, has approved castor oil for only one use, and that is to serve as a stimulant laxative. Once digested, Castor oil is broken down into ricinoleic acid, which stimulates the bowels through several mechanisms of action. There have been small studies that show that castor oil is an efficient way to cleanse the bowel for procedures like colonoscopies. Also, if applied to the scalp and hair, it can treat dandruff and make the hair shiny. However, one thing to keep in mind is that castor oil's sticky and thick texture can lead to a condition called acute hair felting in people with long, thick hair. That wouldn't be me. That's someone else with long, thick hair. Acute hair felting causes the hair to become severely matted. And if hair felting is severe, the hair may have to be cut off. So for all of you out there, not me, who have long, thick hair and want to use castor oil, just be careful in using it. Maybe try a little sample on the ends first. For a long time, castor oil has been used to induce or initiate labor in pregnant women. Some studies have shown this to be an effective method, but other studies have shown no benefit, so the results are definitely mixed, but it has been used for a long, long time to induce labor. In a study of men and women with osteoarthritis of the knee, half of the group were given a prescription diclofenac pill, which is an NSAID like Advil or Aleve, but it's prescription, and the other half took capsules of castor oil. 90% of the people taking the prescription diclofenac had significant improvement in their pain levels, and 92% of those people taking castor oil caps had significant improvement in their arthritis pain. Pretty amazing. The oil has anti-inflammatory benefits both orally and topically. Research has also shown that castor oil contains antibacterial properties. The potassium salt in castor oil appears to control infection and promote healing. In addition to caring for wounds, castor oil can be used to remove bacteria from material. Studies have specifically focused on its effectiveness in removing bacteria from dentures, which, if you can remove bacteria and fungus from dentures, it will provide better overall health for denture wearers. When used on the skin, castor oil not only can provide anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial benefits, it can be used as a skin moisturizer because it contains triglycerides. Those triglycerides also help to remove dirt from the skin, so it can work as a good skin cleanser. Since it can draw moisture from the air into the skin, it can help with skin hydration as well. When specifically used topically on the face, it can help with acne because it reduces inflammation and reduces bacteria. It can improve skin texture. It can even the skin tones, all without clogging pores. Many popular moisturizing products found in stores contain potentially harmful ingredients like preservatives and perfumes and mineral oils, which I talk about all the time, and dyes, which may irritate the skin or harm overall health. Swapping out these products for castor oil can help reduce your exposure to these additives. Plus, castor oil is inexpensive and you can use it on both your face and body. Okay, what castor oil does not do? Number one, it does not melt fat. Some people claim that drinking a tablespoon of castor oil on a regular basis can help lower body weight and body fat. No studies have been done that indicate that castor oil affects body weight or body fat. Now, there may be an indirect benefit in that when we decrease inflammation, which castor oil can help with, it is easier to lose weight. So less inflammation in our body, easier to lose weight. Secondly, putting castor oil in your belly button, which is a practice called navel oiling, does not help with systemic inflammation. It does decrease inflammation when taken orally or applying it directly to the inflamed area of your skin. So if your belly button's inflamed, you're good to go. It's going to help that. It also does not stimulate fat loss from the abdomen or help with ovarian cysts, menstrual cramps, or uterine fibroids. Thirdly, it does not improve the growth of hair and or eyelashes, but it is a good hair and eyelash moisturizer, so it can help with the overall health of your hair and eyelashes. But we don't have evidence that shows that it will help with the growth of your hair and your eyelashes. Now, last episode, I talked about rice bran oil, and we do have studies that show improved growth of hair and eyelashes when using rice bran oil topically. Also, there is no evidence that using castor oil packs on the abdomen will detoxify the liver. It certainly can help moisturize the skin where the packs are applied, but doesn't have the ability to pull toxins from the liver. Also, heating the packs, as is sometimes recommended, can help with menstrual cramps, but that is likely due to the benefit of applying heat versus the application of castor oil itself. Another one is putting drops of the oil in the eyes. Putting drops of oil in the eyes does not cure glaucoma or cataracts. We just don't have that evidence. It can provide eye moisture, but it's not a sterile product, so it can cause eye infections if you're putting it directly into your eyes. Plus, there are other better options available to moisturize your dry eyes. There have been studies showing that applying castor oil to the eyelids, not in the eye, but on the eyelids, significantly improves blepharitis, which is an inflammatory condition that causes eyelids to become red, itchy, swollen, and irritated. But we don't want you putting castor oil in your eyes. Common side effects of ingesting castor oil include nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain or bloating, increased thirst, dizziness, diarrhea, irritation of the anus, and insomnia. Also, some people develop a skin rash when applying the oil topically. If you swallow too much castor oil, it can cause castor oil overdose with symptoms that can include abdominal cramps, chest pain, diarrhea, dizziness and fainting, hallucinations, shortness of breath, throat tightness, or skin rash. Castor oil may be used orally or topically in varying amounts, and due to a lack of research, there are no official recommendations for the dosage of castor oil. The typical dose for constipation treatment in medical settings is a dose of 1 to a maximum of 4 tablespoons in a single daily dose. 1 to 4 tablespoons once daily. Castor oil should never be given to pregnant women who have not reached full term because it can cause uterine contractions and cause premature birth. Or it should not also be given to children under the age of 2. You should follow dosage recommendations from your healthcare provider or as listed on the supplement label. As I've just reviewed, taking too much castor oil may cause side effects, so it's important to talk with your healthcare provider about the right dosage for you. If you're buying castor oil, make sure to look for castor oil that is labeled USP. USP. A substance that has received the USP grade certification can be used in food, drug, or medical applications. An example is the castor oil that's sold by a company called Lab Alley Essential Chemicals. They have a USP castor oil. Castor oil has been used for thousands of years and is effective as a laxative, an anti-inflammatory, an antimicrobial, and as a moisturizer if used correctly. However, many of the social media claims are not proven or effective. Thank you for listening and for sharing the podcast with others. It makes me so happy when I hear that someone has done that. If you listen using the Apple Podcast app, please leave a review and rate the podcast. Your reviews matter. I encourage you to visit our Facebook page, IMB Podcast, where you can leave comments or questions for me. Our website is itchyandbitchy.com, where there are blogs on the site with some of our subjects available for you to read. On the Facebook page and website, we have information about how to schedule an appointment with me. This is not a webinar, as I said earlier, so we can chat about how my perimenopause course can help you if you're going through this phase in life. As always, thanks to Forrest Winsel, our producer and composer of our theme music, and the person who does all the behind-the-scenes work to make this podcast possible. Thank you, Forrest. Check out his album called An Awful Lot. Go to wherever you stream your favorite music to listen. And if you don't know where to stream music, you can find the album on Apple Music or Spotify. Remember, your health is in your hands.